Hey everybody, it's Jeff from New York, and today we're back in Florida in Orlando. We're going to check out Universal Studios. Universal has four main areas here in Orlando. The one we're visiting today is Universal Studios. Then there's Universal's Islands of Adventure. Then there's City Walk, the main restaurant and shopping area. And then there's Volcano Bay, Universal's water park, which that video's already here on the New York channel. Check it out. Universal Studios, which is where we're heading into now, consists of 8 main areas, which include Production Central, New York, San Francisco, the Wizarding World of Harry Potter, Diagon Alley, World Expo, Springfield, home of The Simpsons, Woody Woodpecker's Kids Zone, and the Hollywood area. I'm here in early April. It's a rather damp and chilly morning here, but things get a little bit brighter and a little bit warmer as the day goes on. I'm also visiting during Universal Studios' Mardi Gras Festival, billed as Florida's biggest party. And as you can see here, security is almost as tight as airport security, and that goes with most of the theme parks here in Orlando. Back to the Mardi Gras Festival. Universal's website says experience an authentic New Orleans celebration at Universal Studios Florida. Enjoy spectacular floats with outrageous street performers and countless beads flying through the air. Catch live music and sample mouth-watering food available for purchase. It's unforgettable springtime fun for everyone. Now, of course, when I recently went, there were still a lot of COVID restrictions, and there were no Mardi Gras parades, unfortunately, but everything else was there. You could see the floats. You had to walk up to them. They didn't go down the streets. There was lots of food and lots of bead throwing and stuff like that, lots of characters, so definitely had a Mardi Gras feel, but it kind of missed the whole parade thing. Now, the way Universal has this area set up is there's one entrance to just about everything other than Volcano Bay. So that one entrance, the main entrance that we came through and went through security, will drop you off in the middle of City Walk, which is that restaurant shopping area that I mentioned. City Walk is free, and you're more than welcome to come here anytime during the day or evening. It's a pretty nice area, lots of restaurants, lots of shows, lots of shops, of course. And like I said, it's free of charge. You don't need park tickets to take advantage of this area here. Once you're in City Walk, you have entrance to both Universal Studios as well as Islands of Adventure. And which one you're heading to depends on which one you have tickets for. So today I have tickets for Universal Studios. You can also get a combo package. It's a little bit more expensive, and you have pretty much free range throughout the entire complex, including not only City Walk, but Islands of Adventure and Universal as well. But today we're going to Universal Studios. And here we are. Let's check this place out, shall we? So as soon as you walk into Universal Studios, you enter the area known as Production Central. And like I said, there's 8 different areas in this park. As with all the other theme parks that I've been doing in Orlando, I'm going to just do a walkthrough today. We're not going to visit any restaurants or shops or go on any attractions. We'll do that in future videos when we break out all these 8 different areas into their own videos. But as for today, we're just going to get an overview of Universal Studios and walk the entire park and just get a feel for the layout of the place. Some of the rides here in Production Central include Despicable Me Minion Mayhem, Shrek 4D, Hollywood Rip Ride Rocket, and Transformers The Ride 3D. If you're looking to do some shopping, maybe some souvenirs or some Universal merchandise, Production Central, the area that we're in now, is the place to come to in this park. Lots of shopping in here. More so than other areas of the park. But a good tip is don't purchase your stuff as soon as you walk in, because this is where you are right now. You're going to have to leave through this area as well, so you might as well wait until you're leaving to purchase all your merchandise. Lots of streets and alleyways here in Production Central. I really recommend you pick up a park map as you walk in so you can get a feel for where you're actually heading. It's easy to get lost in this area. If you're looking to meet Shrek, Donkey and Friends, or the Transformers, this is the area, Production Central, where you'll find them for a photo opportunity, but not too close because they're still practicing, of course, social distancing here in the park. And as you can see here on the left is one of the floats that normally would be going up and down the streets here in Production Central, but not now because of COVID restrictions, but there are people on those floats throwing beads during the course of the day. We'll see lots more of these floats as we go further into the park. Here is Universal Studios' classic Monsters Cafe. It features ribs, wood-fire rotisserie chicken, smoked brisket sandwiches, wood-fire pizza, turkey legs, and of course salads. And now we're leaving Production Central and heading into the New York area of Universal. And throughout this video coming up, I might walk in and out of certain areas. They kind of blend into each other, and there's really no straight line, so I might end up back in Production Central to head over to San Francisco. But you pretty much get to know the areas, especially by the way they look and the way they're themed. Those white tents on the right are food vendors for the Mardi Gras Festival. They're different vendors from representing places from around the world, and they're throughout the entire park. We'll stop off at one later in the video and check it out. Another Mardi Gras float coming up on the left. And on the left here is the Royal Street Jazz Preservation Hall. And again, we'll go into more detail on all these places when I break out the videos into their own areas. In this case, the New York video. And you see another Mardi Gras float here on the right. Two of the rides here in the New York area include Race Through New York starring Jimmy Fallon, as well as Revenge of the Mummy, which is coming up here on the left. And we're just passing Macy's on the left as well, and it wouldn't be New York without a Macy's. Some of the restaurants here in the New York area include Finnegan's Bar and Grill, Louis' Italian Restaurant, Aunt Annie's Pretzels, and of course, there's always a Starbucks here in New York. Not too sure about the weather today. Sometimes those clouds look like they're breaking up and it might be sunny soon, and other times it looks like we're in for a downpour. I was told before I left the New York area, again this is the first time I'm in the Orlando area, I was told to make sure I bring one of those disposable throwaway ponchos as well as a small collapsible umbrella, so I made sure I purchased those before I left. Of course, good old Jeff from New York left them home and had to purchase a disposable poncho and umbrella here at Universal Studios and paid probably about 5 times more than I did back home. One of the performances here in the New York area is the Blues Brothers show, where you can enjoy a New York-style street party with live music. We're standing right in front of the venue now. The shows are once every hour and a half or 2 hours. Let's check it out.
It's showtime, come on. All right, y'all, we doing out there today? Y'all feeling good? Y'all came to hear some blues, right? We came to the right spot, y'all, too. My name is Jazz. It's a fantastic day because we're getting the band back together, y'all. Jake and Owen are coming right now to put on a great show for you guys. We're having a good old-fashioned party, so I'll tell you what, don't be shy if y'all want to dance.
I just hear you say we are getting the band back together. Jazz, what in the world? You were supposed to be in that restaurant. No, you know, Jazz, I have no time for this nonsense. Why are you out here with that saxophone?
Wait for Jake and Elwood.
Hold that thought. I don't even want to hear those words. Jake and Elwood owe me money. Hey, everybody, how y'all doing? No, I heard you guys so much louder than that. How y'all doing? That's what I'm talking about. Good to see you folks. Now let me tell you something, mister.
What's that?
Jake and Elwood owe me money. As for you, mister, you need to think.
This was actually a pretty good show, and the saxophone player was great, and this woman singing now has some great chops. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to cut it up a little bit because of copyright issues, but I'm going to do the best I can here so that you guys can appreciate a little bit of this show.
Let's go back, let's go way on way back. Singing freedom, 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 freedom. We got people walking around every day playing games and taking scores. Trying to be killer, people losing mind. Careful you don't lose your hey. Think about it, you think about it. There ain't nothing he could ask. He ought to answer him and I want. Lord, I was
to chill, have a rock, show your boy. Hey man, make some noise for my brother, come on. Show him, Jazz, come on. Somebody scream for my brother, Jazz. Watch me now, hey, work, I'll work it out, baby. Work, you know you're driving me crazy.
So, you guys want we should do another one? All right, Jen, hit it.
On this road. They got it. Hey, got what I got. Please stay. Shake, 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 baby.
Everybody put your hands together.
That was a great show, and if you're in the New York area, or the New York area of Universal Studios, I suggest you catch it. And speaking of New York, we're about to leave the New York area and head into the San Francisco area here at Universal. And I hate to go from one show directly to another one, but that's the way this area is set up. As you leave New York, you have the Blues Brothers, and as you enter San Francisco, you have the Beat Builders. These guys put on a fantastic show. Here you can see construction workers utilize buckets, wrenches, and more and put on a high-energy percussion show. And I think I can play this one straight through without any copyright issues. Fingers crossed.
Woo!
Now wait a minute. Y'all play the drums?
Yeah, kinda. We got practicing to be on the Mary's Got Talent.
Yeah. You know we're gonna pay for that show, man. I got some wire.
Yeah.
And I got some wood.
Oh, and it sounds good.
Here we go.
Oh, okay.
So that's a bass. All right, I got that. Hey. Woo. Let's go. Yeah. We got a lot more people watching the site than usual.
That's all right, man. It happens all the time. Just so everybody out there knows, this is not the set of Magic Mike 3, all right? Hey, John! Wow!
Yeah.
We're keeping the safety gear on, dude.
Seriously?
Yeah, man.
Oh boy. All right, yo, Ian, what's up? Hey, why don't you play those beats you're working on? You think all these people want to hear that beat? Yeah, man. Y'all want to hear my new beat? Yeah. All right, check out my Mardi Gras mix. Oh, yeah.
Listen up.
Little Mardi Gras action.
Well, that was another good show, back to back. All right, let's get back to the park here. We're heading into San Francisco. Let's see what that looks like. So I think Universal has done a pretty good job so far as theming these areas. New York looked pretty New Yorkish, and I should know. And San Francisco, they did another great job. It looks like the Fisherman's Wharf area of San Francisco. I was in San Francisco years ago. I've been there a few times. It's a beautiful city, and I'd like to go back sometime and perhaps do some videos. But again, they did a really good job theming here in San Francisco as well. On the left here is the only ride in the San Francisco area. It's called Fast and Furious Supercharged. There's no shortage of restaurants and places to eat, however, here in the San Francisco area. Some of them include Richter's Burger Company, Chez Alcatraz, Lombardi's Seafood Grill, and San Francisco Pastry Company. And on top of those, you have more Mardi Gras stands featuring foods from around the world. Looks like Harry Potter was visiting the Universal Parks and left his glasses behind. If you find them, they'll flash very quickly, but if you find them somewhere in this video, leave a comment below on the timestamp where you found them and you'll get a shout out on an upcoming video. And speaking of Harry Potter, we're leaving the San Francisco area and entering the wizarding world of Harry Potter here at Universal Studios. Coming up here on the left is the King's Cross Station, which has the Hogwarts Express train. The Hogwarts Express train can take you from Universal Studios, where we are, to Islands of Adventure, the other theme park here at Universal. Bear in mind, to board the train, you're going to need one of those tickets that give you access to both parks. If you only bought a ticket for Universal or you bought only a ticket for Islands of Adventure, the train can't take you back and forth. Some of the other attractions here at the Wizarding World of Harry Potter include the Night Bus, Harry Potter and the Escape from Gringotts, Ollivanders, and Gringotts Money Exchange. Coming up on the left here is a inconspicuous doorway. One visiting the park might think it's a restroom, but it's not. Those in the know that this unmarked doorway leads to a huge area of the Harry Potter area called Diagon Alley. Sometimes I wonder how many people have walked past those doors saying, "Hey! Does anybody have to take a leak? Alright, let's keep walking." Not knowing that those doors open up to Diagon Alley, which really could be a theme park on its own. Now, I'm not a Harry Potter expert, and I'm not going to pretend to be. I'm going to bring up the background sound so you can hear the sounds of this area and the people walking past, and let the area speak for itself. But I will say that I am obviously going to do this area on its own and go into all the shops and restaurants as well. Does anybody have to take a leak? All right, let's keep walking. So as we leave the Wizarding World of Harry Potter, we're going to enter the World Expo area here at Universal Studios. This is without a doubt the smallest area here at Universal, and the only attraction it has is Men in Black Alien Attack, which is a ride. And other than that, not much else here at the World Expo. And as we leave the World Expo, we're coming into Springfield, home of The Simpsons. Springfield, home of The Simpsons, has more of a carnival-like feel than all the other areas of the park. Some of the rides here at Springfield include Kang and Kudo's Twirl and Hurl. Go for an intergalactic spin with these outer space aliens from The Simpsons. Also here, The Simpsons Ride. Ride with The Simpsons and careen and crash throughout Springfield, USA. Now there's a crusty character if I ever saw one. Some of the restaurants here in the Springfield area of the park include Duff Brewery and Moe's Tavern. Now we're heading into an area called the Fast Food Boulevard, which includes Krusty's Burgers, Cletus Chicken Shack, the Frying Dutchman, and Luigi's Pizza, and a lot more here. Coming up on the right is the DeLorean and the Jules Verne train from Back to the Future. And no worries guys, of course all these attractions will be covered as I break each area of this park out in the future videos. The area coming up here is called Central Park, and it's going to be again an area that I'll explore during the Springfield video. But now we're leaving Springfield and we're heading towards Woody Woodpecker's Kids Zone. Lots of food tents set up here for the Mardi Gras festival, and getting kind of hungry, so I'm going to check one of them out eventually. Coming up on the left, another Mardi Gras float. This area is designed for toddlers, but people of all ages can have a good time here. Some of the attractions include Woody Woodpecker's Nut House Coaster, as well as E.T. Adventure, where you can ride your bike across the stars. Woody Woodpecker's Kids Zone also has animal actors on location where you can see talented animal actors perform live, as well as meeting SpongeBob SquarePants and his friends. Hey, if you're enjoying this video, please hit that subscribe button and smash that thumbs up. It really does help the channel out. Alright, I'm starved and I'm stopping off at this Belgium cart here, and I'm going to order the Brussels frites, which is crispy seasoned French fries and 3 dipping sauces. I like the idea of 3 dipping sauces for spicy French fries. There's a garlic Vigennaise, a Andalouse, I think that's how you pronounce it, as well as a hoppy sauce. I don't speak Belgium, but I think I'm getting that right. Could be totally wrong. Anyway, it's $3.99, which is dirt cheap, and I'm curious to see what they look like. Oh my goodness, that was delicious. I wish they had one of these places by my house, because I'd eat this every day. Those 3 dipping sauces, all of them were delicious, and those fries were crispy and perfectly seasoned. $3.99. That's incredible. Here's a little Mardi Gras float and some beads being thrown at the crowds. Alrighty, now we're leaving Woody Woodpecker's Kids Zone and heading into Hollywood, or at least Hollywood here at Universal Studios, the last of the 8 zones here at Hollywood Studios. Kinda looks like Hollywood Boulevard with those palm trees lining the path all the way down. Another Mardi Gras float on the left-hand side. While there's no rides here in the Hollywood section of Universal Studios, there are some attractions, including NBC Media Center, where you can participate in research about TV shows, movies, and more. Then there's Marilyn and the Diamond Bells. You can watch Hollywood's brightest bombshell perform her classic songs with star-spangled flair. There's a Universal Orlando's horror makeup show where you can see how makeup artists create movie magic. And then finally there's the Born Spectacular, which is a cutting-edge, edge-of-your-seat stunt show. And as with all the other areas of this park, Hollywood will be broken out into its own video sometime in the future. And that's pretty much it here for Universal Studios walkthrough today. Again, I'm going to break out all these areas, all 8 areas, into their own videos. We'll visit the shops, we'll visit the restaurants and the attractions and rides individually as we walk through each area in its own video. I had a great time today, and I hope you did too. Looks like the weather never really cleared up, but at least it didn't pour. Obviously, we're just scratching the surface here at Universal Studios today. There's lots more to come from Orlando, including Disney World, the other Universal parks. There's SeaWorld, there's Universal Drive, lots of restaurants, and just stay tuned. Please subscribe and hit that notification bell so you'll know when there's another video uploaded. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please like, comment, ask some questions, and most importantly, subscribe by clicking on the button on the left. You can visit all of my New York videos by clicking on the top right, or check out my videos on other favorite places to visit by clicking on the bottom right. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you around the city.